for life.
Good morning. It's Monday, February 2nd, 2026. The Anti-Hero broadcast is the news entertainment broadcast for all veterans, first responders, and all blue-collar Americans. This show is brought to you by Human Performance. Go to hp-trt.com. Use promo code HERO. Save 20% on your testosterone, your GLP-2s, your peptides, your Anavar, and your DECA. Everything you need to get jacked, stacked, ready to rack. Is that how he says it? Something like that. Yeah. Go to hp-trt.com. Use promo code HERO, and you save 20%, not just on your initial purchase, but every single month after that. And GhostBed. Go to ghostbed.com/antihero. Save 10% on their already ridiculously low prices. Everything from mattress toppers, pillowcases, cooling patented technology sheets, and their award-winning mattresses. 24-hour customer service, in-house shipping, in-house returns, everything you need. Rich is a good dude. He's been with us for a while, and they'll take care of you. Best mattresses out there. They sponsor shows like us. Ghostbed.com/antihero. Save 10%. The Epstein files are out.
Yep.
And they came out on the 30th, and no one knows what to do with it because we're relying on everybody. Everybody's relying on everybody to sift through 3.5 million documents.
They say there's 6 million, another magic number.
Yeah,
but they've only released 3 million.
They only released 200,071.
And then the issue you have is like AI. So it's like you got videos, pictures, people with people, and it's tough to sift through what is real. And I've been saying this all along. At some point, the internet's going to be the most unreliable source, where it used to be where you got all your information. Is you can't figure out what's real and what's not. But there's a lot of documents. There's a lot of speculation of.
This is a weird time.
They block out all the stuff too. It's like you release it, but then redact names. It's just a strange. It opens the door for some strange conspiracies. I'm sure Jimmy's got some of them when he comes on, and who is who in this, and Trump is named, and Bill Clinton's in there. Then they believe, Israel is in there. It's a lot.
It's like you said. How do we know what's real and what's not?
I don't know. You got videos now floating around of kids being chased around kitchens, and it's just bizarre.
What?
Yeah, there's bizarre. It's all over. There's stuff, wild stuff, and there's lots of like you mentioned, Grady Judd's name comes up in it.
Yeah,
for like a reported sexual battery that he blew off, and
Oh no, I thought. Oh, so it wasn't them saying.
It was some stuff reported to Grady Judd that didn't get reported anywhere else. Like it got.
I thought that she was saying that Grady Judd raped her.
Okay, there was that one, and then there was other reports of sexual. There's a lot. There's a lot to sift through, a lot of names, and you can see why people fought so hard to keep this stuff from coming out.
Yeah, it's So just so everybody knows what we're talking about, this is speculation. No one knows if any of this shit's real, to be honest with you. But there was a letter that said, "I really need your help outside Florida. These agents that have been terrorizing me are corrupt and believe they are all psychopaths. I'm living a nightmare and they have threatened my life. I'm a target of the very people who raped me. In 2021, I ended up in jail and I didn't know why I was there. A Sheriff Grady Judd entrapped along with the FBI. Sheriff Grady Judd was at the church raping me as a child in the CIA." So again, this comes off. It sounds mentally ill. This one letter, but
if you look at the whole file, that's where it's determining what is factual and what's not, because the concept in your brain when you think as a normal human, as normal as I think we're somewhat normal, that there was an island and that they're trafficking children. And then there was one I read this morning where it was they would release kids into the woods, and like Hillary Clinton would like hunt them.
I believe it. I believe all of this.
It's a wild show. It's a wild concept. There's so much, and how do you ignore it all this long? Like nobody's been arrested. Like he got arrested. He kills himself allegedly, and all these famous people are intertwined, and it just, the conspiracy that's going to come out of this. We're going to be talking about this for years.
Yeah, and nothing's going to happen.
No, I don't think anybody's ever going to get in trouble, but it's wild if it's, and then you got Dom's take on the whole human trafficking at the border and where the immigrants actually going that are being deported. And this kind of aligns with the Epstein files, where you need victims, where do you get kids? Where do you get, runaways, the border. Where do you get these people, and how do their families not know they're missing, or are they? Like, it just goes through a whole rabbit hole of conspiracy that is pretty deep, and it's tough to imagine. I mean, I'm glad you say it's true. It's like you want to think, you don't know what to think. My brain goes, are people really this fucked up?
I believe it.
Yeah.
Let's bring on Jimmy, Jim Bob, Jimbo, Jimothy.
Uh-oh.
Dude,
Can you hear us, Jim?
we are
there
we're
you go.
live from the extended stay right now. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
It's not like you're in a bathroom. I can hear you. Can
I'm
you
gonna
hear
put
us?
my headset on in a second. Yeah, I can hear you guys great. It's just,
yeah,
dude, we're in the I'm in the extended stay. We're in the middle of the big move. So, and then at the same time, like, I guess the cold really jacked up the truck. So I was like, my truck's from Florida too. I don't know what to do about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my bad.
I'm actually wearing pants today. Somebody asked.
You're wearing pants.
I'm wearing pants.
Yeah, it's cold, dude.
It's the first time I've worn pants in probably a year.
So Jimmy, is there?
Yeah,
it seems
it's
like
nuts,
there might be.
This whole
might
thing
be
is nuts. I'm gonna try to cut my Bluetooth right now.
Yeah, I think that there might be a delay in what we're saying and you responding. All right, Jimmy, set up your Bluetooth. We'll come back to you in a minute.
I don't know about that.
All right.
Okay.
Jimmy, we'll get to you in a minute, bud, once you get everything set up. But there was a massive delay. But Jimmy's got all of the research he did on this topic. But yeah, at the end of the day, I don't know what's AI, what's not AI. I mean, you can I've been victim of it. You can document you can doctor fucking paperwork, emails. It's not hard.
Yeah, I mean, the emails seem to be real, or look at more real than anything, because they're old. They're from like 2006. They go way back. Years.
Yeah, Jimmy was saying they go back like this. Like this whole thing goes back to like the 80s.
Yeah. So you got, and then there's so many spin-off, like Pizzagate. Like there was a whole conspiracy about the election in 2016 and Hillary Clinton, and there's like hundreds of emails that have the word pizza in them. Oh, it was a great pizza party, pizza. So you got Pizzagate, you've got the Clinton stuff, you've got Trump's mentioned in there, and it's almost like they just throw it out there, and it's the perfect time with everything that goes on the internet and everything wild that it just kind of passes. Like, okay, yeah, these guys are involved in a massive child sex ring. We just gonna keep going.
Well, I have my theories. This is the ultimate. I learned this from Alex Jones back in 2017, 2018. And I was like, this guy is off his fucking rocker. But I mean, look how we look at Alex Jones now. He's like a prodigy. Like he's a prophecy. Like he somehow knows everything they're doing, but he thinks, and he said that this is humanity's occultists and Satan worshipers trying to open like the portal to hell by just doing all this fucking wild and crazy shit.
Yeah. And you got the video of Epstein being asked if he's Satan, and he kind of laughs about it and like smiles. And
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, there's video. It's like in a deposition, and they ask him, "Do you believe you're Satan or you're the devil himself?" And he kind of like smirks and smiles. And I mean, this is obviously it's power. It's power. It's guys interacting with powerful people. And I guess just like we don't envision like winning the lottery and having like $15 million. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be so much. These guys have billions of dollars, and they have access to everything. They have.
I think it's just when sin goes unchecked, man. I mean, like when you live a life of no boundaries and no what do you call that? There's no authority over that.
No, there's no rules. And we know we're deviant. We're deviant by nature. Mm-hmm. We're deviant, and as we become more deviant, our urge or drive becomes more. So you got gamblers, alcoholics, like people that are involved in that. Then you start taking it to these levels where, like P. Diddy, that whole disaster. Yeah. You see this guy, untouchable, becomes just a monster. So if that can happen, you get to these powerful people who are completely unchecked, can do whatever they want. It can influence elections. They can influence, change lives. They can do whatever they want. Lobbyists, all these massive companies, banks. I guess it's not so crazy anymore to think they could do this wild shit. And it's it's to me, it's unbelievable. Like it's like trying to figure out space. It's like, are these people, they're really that
I
bad?
believe it. All right, let's try to bring old Jimbo back on.
All right,
Jimmy.
well, yeah, dude. Can you guys hear me okay?
No
I still
lag.
haven't been able to.
Loud.
All right, as long as we're good. So
Yeah, we're good.
okay, dude, like this went so deep. I was like, I got to the point where I didn't even want to like read anymore. Like I was legitimately afraid of like, dude, I'm searching for this stuff and it's on my phone, it's on my computer now. Like I'm gonna get rolled up in this because it's so dark, dude. It's pretty rare that I'm at a loss for words. I'm at a complete loss for words. Like I don't even know what's happening anymore. I don't know what's real. There's just no way to sift through it, man. It pretty much, it's the most nonpartisan list of people you could possibly imagine. It's pretty much everybody. It's Alex Jones was right. Everybody. They're I mean, like harvesting adrenochrome from newborn babies.
Yeah, we got all this information from Alex Jones and adrenochromes, like I guess the way they do it is they terrify young kids and then they draw that blood, and that terrified blood then makes them younger and more youthful.
I mean, this is like, I know you guys don't like Warhammer 40K, but this is what the agents of chaos, the guys that come from hell, this is the stuff that they do to summon demons. It's the same shit. And it's not like, oh, it's Alex Jones and he's, in his basement with his tinfoil hat on. No, this is like documents that were put out. Like this is what these people are doing. It's nuts.
Do you think it's going to be do you think we're going to get what people want us to see out of millions of documents? There's just no way to get what you want without somebody kind of paraphrasing it, packaging it, and handing it to you. And it's probably going to be, what would you call that? Biased or at best.
It's gonna get spun.
Fun, yeah. They're going to use it for narratives.
You could put a 1,000 detectives on this, and there would be no way to run down every lead, to talk to every person, to verify the information, because so much of it
came out at once.
Yeah, it not just came out at once, but like there's so much deception involved in it too. Like what's AI, what's not? How do we know that? Well, do we use the AI tool to tell us what's AI? Okay, so do we shove all this stuff into a supercomputer and figure it out? Like what do we do? I mean, and that to me is the biggest conspiracy. They actually put out so much information, there's no way to go through it. I mean, they basically dumped the Library of Congress on us and basically just said, everybody's guilty. What do you want to do?
I mean, from what I gather, I mean, they didn't really, there's no FBI doing their investigation, because what we're used to as society is some kind of federal entity going through investigating and then paraphrasing us and putting it in a package with a bow on it, saying this is what we investigated, right? Here's our layman's terms, dumbed down report of what happened. But it feels like they're just going, here's 3 million documents. And honestly, how do you even get the documents? Where do you go to get this? How do you download a 3,000 or 3 million page PDF? Like what? How? Like is this even real? Were they even leaked? Like, I mean, I'm honest. Have you guys has somebody given you a link to 3 million pages? Or are you guys just kind of going off what we all know?
Really, now it's just what everybody's putting up. I'm sure somebody has all of it, but it's what's coming up.
You got to have a supercomputer.
And then it's like it's going to be handpicked what goes up too. Like conservative pages are going to pick out the Democrats.
Yeah.
Liberal pages are going to pick out any Republican stuff. And I mean, I was reading one about Trump is there with his kids and his wife, and they're all. It's like, you want me to believe? And I'm not defending anything, but you want me to believe he brought his wife and other children to go underage sex with other kids? Like, it seems like something you'd leave your kids home for. Like, and I'm not trying to be funny, and I'm not trying to defend any one certain person. If I don't understand that behavior in my mind, but it's like, if I'm going to go do something bad, I'm going to leave my kids home. Like maybe if my wife's into it, okay, but I'm going to like leave the young kids, like the other kids home. It just, But then it could be then I start going, maybe it is that big of a cult. Maybe they're all fucking nuts. It just there's just so much.
Jimmy, where'd you get
no words.
Where'd you get
words for any of this?
The main source of what you were looking into? Was it what was it? Was it an open source like a website? What was it?
So I went in and I took as much of the data as I could and went through it and and basically just did a scrape of names, just names. Like, what names do I know? And then I took that information and I went and then did a scrape of, okay, what is this person? What is this? What did this person allegedly do? Just the ones that we know of, just the people that we would know, like, hey, the Prince Andrew. Hey, I'll give you a really great example. Bill Gates owns Microsoft, right? We all know that.
Yeah. Yep.
He is named in the Epstein files and in all of this stuff thousands of times.
Really?
But remember, Microsoft owns Xbox, right? Epstein was fucking kicked off Xbox Live for doing shady shit on Xbox Live.
Oh, like child trafficking shit?
More like abuse and soliciting.
Oh, okay.
So like
how does
what
that
the
tie
fuck?
Bill Gates into it?
Yeah, I mean, like you think
they were tight at one point, and then it seems like there was like a falling out.
Yeah,
and was blocked from using the platform.
Oh. Yeah, it was like they were really tight, and then around 2013, it was like, hey, fucking. So I mean, like I'm not a cop, but as an investigator, I'd be like, I want fucking Bill Gates to get down on the record. Yes, prepare for war. Exactly.
No shameless plug here.
Yeah,
the newest shirt of counterculture.
Dude, like that guy needs to tell. I mean, every one of these people that was named. I mean, and here's the other thing too. People are like, Trump was named in the Epstein files like 237 times, and it's like, yeah, because they hate his fucking guts. That I mean,
so what you're saying is just because somebody's name doesn't necessarily mean that's
okay. For example, Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker is named in the Epstein files and has got pictures with Epstein.
Rush Hour guy.
Yeah.
Don't you never touch a black man's radio?
Yeah. He didn't do anything. He's just named and has a picture. So, like, does that mean that we should tar and feather that guy?
Yeah. I mean, I remember back in like a couple months ago when we were waiting on this stuff, everybody was like, "Hey, just relax. Just because somebody was on Epstein Island at one point or on one of his manifests doesn't necessarily mean they did anything." And I agree with that. Like, that doesn't mean that people should be fucking, what do they call, throw the baby out with the bathwater?
Exactly.
What about Benjamin?
Netanyahu. Who?
The Israeli prime minister.
I don't know.
Did you see Benjamin. Did you see that? So there was an email from a blocked out name to Epstein, or it says, enjoyed the torture video. Like, when will you be around again?
Yeah.
And he says, I'm in China. I'll be in New York. I'll be in the United States in May. And if you go to the timeline, somebody got it. They have him documented in China when that email was sent. And then he was in the United States in May. So that's the conspiracy that'll keep coming out. Now, can you piece things together any way you want them? Yes. But seems very strange that you can prove, because they're political people, where they were. They have their agenda, and everybody knows where they were. There's other ones I saw with Trump, the same thing. Like, they're going based on the size of the block. It would make sense that this is Donald J. Trump, like the way they're going. To me, it's the perfect storm.
The size of the block.
You mass confuse the public. Once again, you just dump it all out and go, in what world would you say we have a pedophile ring run by all the elites, well, except for the elites, and say, we're not going to investigate it. Nobody's going to go to jail. We're not going to depose these people. We're not going to bring them in for interviews. We're just going to dump it all out and go, good luck.
Yeah.
And now it's like, and by the way, we're going to start instituting the first Hunger Games. I mean, like, what is happening?
Yeah.
I got some good pics to put up. Lewis, I just emailed 3 pictures that I thought were pretty good. One's a meme, one is a screenshot of an email, and the other one is something that
they're in a new email. It's
in a new email. Lewis just sent it. You might need to refresh. That's one. So yeah, I mean, it's the torture video. So first off, let's go to Pizzagate and how we talked briefly yesterday offline about how the media's mass attempt to make a mockery of people finding out what pizza meant for this stuff.
Yeah. And so the Pizzagate thing came out. That was under Obama. People were in DC like, hey, this is real. They're and it had to do with the same things: child trafficking, adrenochrome, all of that stuff. And the Pizzagate stuff, like it got crushed. It was like worse than Alex Jones. Like it was. These guys are whack jobs. They have no idea what they're talking about. And those people, like, they lost their jobs, they lost their livelihoods, like everything. The only person that I know that was talking about it consistently that didn't get crushed was a guy named Mark Dice, who is, I don't know if you know who he is.
No.
Okay. Well, he's a pretty prominent YouTuber. He's been around since before the first Trump run to the presidency. And he has been saying the whole time that this is absolutely real. And now we're looking at it and we're finding out, because people are doing what I'm doing, which is they're putting this stuff into a computer and they're doing a scrape for keywords, right? And once you do that, you can see it coming up over and over and over and over and over again. And then you got to use context clues to go, why do you want an 8-year-old pizza?
That's true.
Yeah, it's like drug dealer talk.
It's exactly
Urban
what it
Furlan, 1547. Thanks for joining, Goon. You got a couple quick. Liz says, was Epstein part of the Mossad? Some 3-letter agent said that. Anybody know about that?
Yeah. So Epstein this has been a rumor for quite a while, that Epstein was an agent of the Mossad to gain power and influence over the United States and other European countries' leadership, not the people, the leaders, and get very close to them, put them in really compromising situations for blackmail, or to get them like hooked on the sauce of, having your own private torture island where you can kidnap 16-year-old girls and do terrible things to them on camera.
Here's another thing. Why on camera? Who in their right mind is going to videotape something like that? I mean, I'm not trying to like even give reasoning to what they were doing, but it's like you said, the logical thing is
it's not, but it's not. It's the joy of watching it back, and it's also on the counter side would be have permanent blackmail.
Yeah,
you can't. Here's because I find this interesting. Everybody loves Trump, right? Trump not too long ago was basically going, I don't know why everybody wants these Epstein files. There's nothing there. It's all garbage. He said that. He essentially made it seem like it was like, why is everybody focused on this? It's stupid. Well, then you see his name is mentioned in there a ton. And then all these other names. So if these are his true enemies, why would he make the statement or make it seem like we should be worried about the Epstein files? It's all stupid. Like he got to a point where he was basically saying, I don't know why everybody keeps talking about the Epstein files. And then we see this and it's like, wow, look at all this. Why is he saying that? Why would he say that?
It's stupid. Maybe
his name's in there.
Doesn't matter.
That makes it real stupid.
What's the context of his name being?
He was having to finger in a young girl, and
okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was getting blown by.
Okay, so yeah,
his name is in there
stuff,
quite a bit.
His stuff has to do with like Russian hookers and shit.
What'd you say, Jimmy?
His stuff has to do with like Russian hookers and shit.
Yes, so he's in there. Of course, it's stupid. like
I mean,
you could you got Bill Clinton with pictures, like you got all that stuff. You would want to fry them under any circumstances. But if your name is going to be brought up as well, you're gonna be like, yeah, this is dumb. Like that's what I would say.
Yeah,
dude. Like, I mean, even if let's just throw this out there. Even if everything that we can see so far is true, like a billionaire got Russian hookers.
Well, they're underage.
I think that's the kicker, right? Is that's what everybody? I mean, that's what I would be hung up on is.
But on the flip side, I will say this: like you said, that story sounds crazy, but Grady Judd, I have taken, and I have people recently have reached out to me because they see the platform, and I start getting these stories from them, and I'm like, bro, there's no fucking way all this is happening. Like, it's just outrageous. So some of that stuff has to be considered like outrageous, like the Me Too stuff. Like,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna get in there too. I'm gonna say this. You've investigated crimes where people tell you this elaborate story and then you're like, it was all made up. You're like, oh fuck,
mentally
you got me really good.
Yeah.
So there's that. But if you're gonna confuse an entire society, this is the way to do it. Just take the trash can and dump it out. And
yeah.
go.
Well, I call it the fog of war. If you're gonna fight and you might be fighting a losing battle, fog up the battlefield a little bit. Make it so nobody can see. Right? Like the more unknown there is, and the more you confuse people, the less it takes away from you. Real quick, we got Rock or Something. Thanks for subscribing, and Cutter Pritchett. Thank you also for subscribing, brother.
A Rock or Something is real. Do you know what that is? Do you guys know what that's from? Rock or Something? Do you remember the heating pad, the heating pack in the MREs?
Yeah. Oh, put it on a rock or something. We all and
it looks suspiciously like a helmet.
Yeah, put it on a rock or something. That's fun. That's funny. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got some images, Lewis, if you want to pull up one of those three that you have.
Go to number 2 first, because that's what we were talking about. This is the one with the suspicious timing.
Love the torture video.
Where are you? Love the torture video.
Who puts that in a fucking email?
Well, it's 2009, so you got to remember texting is it's still infant.
Oh yeah, there wasn't the
BlackBerry. Like, I remember when I had AT&T in 2009, you couldn't text pictures. We had to email them still.
Yeah.
Like, you were still emailed, like I remember Verizon, you could send texts that had pictures. So this is sent from a BlackBerry, which I had back then. So you're talking back here, you're still transmitting pictures through email. So where are you? I love the torture video.
That is fucking
I'm
insane.
in China. I'll be in the US in the second week of May. And if you do the time from those emails, Benjamin was in China at the time of that email. And then he was in the United States during the second week of May. And they're alleging that's, Benjamin.
Yeah, there wasn't that. You can take it down now. There wasn't that knowledge that you have now, right? Like, you never put anything in writing that on digital footprint that you don't want.
And you never assumed there would be like stalkers that
and
post your personal conversations online.
Bro, they thought they were in the top of the world. This probably didn't start getting scary to them until about
probably around 2016 when people started talking about it.
Yeah. Dude, that's when people started talking about it.
This goes all the way back to right when Clinton took office. We didn't like all of this stuff. We didn't even start talking about the Epstein files until there were 3 girls that came forward and were like, hey, this is what's going on this island. And it became like it got viral in social media. And that was around 2016, I want to say.
Okay.
So it's around that time. And I mean, I'll have the exact dates, but that's really when you started to see this scrub of people. And now we are at the point where, dude, like when you start going back into how far it goes, it's not even like the 3-letter agencies, man. This is
the world's elite wearing fucking animal heads, sacrificing young children, the most evil of evil. They're opening the portal to hell. They know what they're doing. We're sheep, and spiritual warfare is a thing.
Yeah, and I'll be the first one. I'm guilty.
What?
I sit here and say, like, we need to fix policing. We need to be more involved in administration. You have right in front of you the entire government, and everybody important can do anything they want. They can do anything they want. Yeah. They can have an island. They can do whatever they want. And there's no way to stop it. How do the regular people stop this? There's no way. You just sit back and go, man, that's crazy. We can't get organized enough on basic stuff.
Well,
how do you come back down?
I mean, before I go, what I have my beliefs, my faith beliefs, right? Everybody knows what they are. Like, I'm a Christian. There's no secret about that. There's no secret that I think that at some point, Christ will return and he's going to fix this problem.
Well, I'll agree with you. That is the only fix.
Yeah.
I would have got to that. That would be the only fix is unplug the router and plug it back in.
Yeah.
Like boom, boom, restart, run a speed test,
Yeah.
like just like Lewis does every
that
morning.
meme of Jesus smoking, like,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they're doing what?
Yeah, there's no way, there's just no fucking way that I am ready to go black pill and go like, we're fucked, it's over, there's nothing we can do, we have to accept this. I would much rather be a voice going, let's do everything that we can until they fucking kill us. I think Charlie Kirk was getting close to this stuff, man.
oh yeah,
I honestly do.
And if they'll assassinate Charlie Kirk essentially on live TV because every phone was recording and it was uploaded within a minute of it happening, they'll silence anybody.
I just wonder.
Look at Epstein, just killed in his fucking cell.
And I wonder,
no cameras, no nothing.
Allegedly, I wonder what's next because we keep seeing like everything, like Joe Rogan, Alex Joe, all these guys that have been crazy conspiracy guys, all these people, that's all coming true. At what point what's the next move? Like how does the elite stop this from happening? And this is a great experiment. Like, you know what? Just fucking dump it and see what happens. Dump it. And what does everybody do? Nothing.
Mike,
right?
you have been saying, since fucking June. I think COVID was an experiment to see how we were going to react, how the populace was going to react, how law enforcement was going to react. Well, they talked about that in the Epstein files.
Look at, as a human being, right? If I'm going to drop something heavy on you, what am I going to do before I do it? I'm going to try to make the environment and our conversation benefit me, right? I'm going to already be putting counter tactics into you so you accept it the way I want you to accept it. And it is clear as day. We touched upon this on Thursday, I think, that this whole ICE Minnesota thing was the perfect time, whether it be an opportunity or it was all planned to go, oh, by the way, here's those Epstein files. They did the same fucking thing.
Yep.
Yeah, they admitted aliens were real. They admitted to us that aliens were real. We've been waiting for that since 1967. And one day they just admitted it. And it was, I want to believe it was while this Epstein stuff was hot. Yeah. And they go, oh, by the way, aliens are real.
Oh, it even goes deeper. What's crazy about that is that they fucking discovered what they think are city lights on a planet that's 7 million light years away with a fucking telescope. They dropped that shit.
I think that's all distractionary blows.
Yeah.
All that stuff. You know, we're going back to the moon, right? Like next week?
No.
Potentially?
Yeah, we are.
You just said we're going back to the moon.
Yeah, back to the moon.
You hear that, Jimmy?
No, that's what the headlines say.
Oh.
We're going back to the moon. It's a big deal. They have a mission that's going to take 4 dudes, and they're going to go. I think there's a female in there. Isn't there? 3 and 1 maybe. They're going to go orbit the moon allegedly to go. But they say it. We're going to the moon, and that's another thing that's just kind of being. Let's see what happens with that. And then you have the daycare fraud, right? Matter of fact, bring that picture up, Lewis. Daycare fraud. Go down to. I just want to sprinkle this in real quick. Nope, all the way to the right, far right, number 7. Number 7. Oh, the daycare's moving out. The leaning center.
The Leering Center.
The Leering Center. Shipley posted this from his account. All of a sudden, it all gets exposed. It was all legit. The kid with the hat comes on. No, we lost our papers.
Yeah.
Now it's gone. Where do the kids go?
They weren't there to begin with.
Where did everybody go?
Where did the accused of the fraud?
So while Minnesota's burning, right?
They're evacuated.
Now they're in the middle of you got the riots going on. So let's get all the stuff, but let's get everything out of the daycares that never exist. You can pull it down. Everything that's in the daycares is pulled out. Then throw the Epstein files at them. Kaboom. And then it's like, let's get all this out of here. Dude, it's at this point, we're in a game of we're in a choose your own adventure game that we're victims just walking around while they go, all right, move this, move that, move this.
Choose your own adventure.
Somebody's doing it. Somebody's pulling the strings on all this. I don't know who, but somebody is.
You think it's you think it's Israel?
There's money behind it. There's only, that's the second most powerful thing on earth is money.
Let me add another layer. Let me add you another layer. If we think that this is the Israeli government, right? That Epstein was an agent of Mossad, or at least somebody who was an asset. All right. Who killed Christ?
The Jews.
Yeah. The synagogue of Satan. That's what Christ called them. Not the Jews. He called the people in the Sanhedrin, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, the synagogue of Satan. And they're behind all of this.
Allegedly.
Well, I don't think it's a coincidence that look, I'm gonna say it straight up. I believe, in my opinion, in my analysis, he was an asset of Mossad, Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, look at his fucking last name, right?
Yeah, that's it was Goldstein. They were like, let's just change this part.
Yeah, I mean,
all right. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when Epstein came out? When it came out that he committed suicide, and nobody accepted the fact that he committed suicide, and we just moved along our merry way as a country.
Eventually, yeah, we did.
Like, I remember the whole Epstein didn't kill himself and all that.
So
stuff.
here, I'm gonna go wild.
Go wild.
I'm gonna go a curveball on this one. We took the terrorism is terrible. 9/11 was terrible. We took those terrorists and we tortured them, right? We took them to Guantanamo. We waterboarded them. We did all kinds of things. Why wouldn't we do that to Epstein? If you think he's guilty of the most, to me, I'm not saying it better or worse, but that is a massive, if it's true, let's say it's all true, massive ring of underage girls being tormented, targeted, all the terrible, I'm not even gonna use the rest of the words, all the things that are going on, and you got this guy in custody. You're like, yeah, man, just go to your cell and hang out. Like, would you not like use some alternate tactics if you really cared? Like, if you were in charge and you said, ladies and gentlemen, we got him, the most notorious child abuser on earth, and words, all the acronyms.
Not only did he do it, but he facilitated everybody.
He is in charge. He's the guy. He runs an island with all those things that we suspect is going on. You just stick him in his jail cell and be like, hey, man, go down there and get your 3 hots and a cot. I would that's the guy you waterboard. That's the guy you fucking torture and say, get to the bottom of it.
The argument is Jeffrey Epstein was just a pawn in the big game. What's wrong, Jimmy?
Yeah. So say that one more time. I had like a little wrong. Oh, nothing. It's just that I'm in the I've got a 6-year-old that needs to use the bathroom, so he's fucking ninja crawling on the floor trying to get past me so he can go use the bathroom.
But think about that. You have the most notorious guy in custody. Children, we all say children are the most sacred thing.
Yeah.
Our children
closest to heaven.
We have to protect our children. If this is, even if there's a small percentage, and we don't know what everybody really knows, if you really knew you had that guy in custody, just like the movies, like Hannibal Lecter, he would be in a room by himself with a fucking 400 by 400 room with a chair in the middle and a bed, and he would be chained to the floor. And I'm like, we need to know everything. You're not leaving until we know what happened to our children.
What if you were taken into custody by the FBI or CIA, and you were like, because there's a movie about this, and you go, I know where the next nuclear bomb is going to go off in the United States. I know exactly where it's at. Do you not think that they're going to close the door and cut off your fucking toes with bolt cutters until you tell them where it's at?
Yes.
They are going to operate in the gray a little bit.
They're going to give you the truth serum, that the guy from moon landing had. They're going to give, they're not leaving.
Yeah, dude, they're going to do what they want. And the problem is the people that would be doing the investigating in charge of all those entities most likely are somewhere named in any of that, or they know somebody, or they've got blackmail on blackmail on blackmail on blackmail, like people with shit on each other all over the place.
That's why
it's not even a pyramid scheme. It's a scheme where like everybody else who's being blackmailed is also got a reason to kill you if you step out of line. The top doesn't even have to worry about it. The fucking sheep will fucking take. It's like having a E4 mafia. Like, I don't have to worry about that.
Eddie Gallagher was put in solitary confinement for alleged war crimes, removed from 8 months removed for something they alleged happened that he was ended up being not guilty.
Yeah.
But Jeffrey Epstein goes in Gen Pop at fucking in a jail. Come on, dude. Stop it. Stop it.
Like,
come on, man.
And they put him in Rikers. They put him in Rikers, right?
In Gen Pop.
Yeah.
Rikers Island.
The guy that's facilitating the fucking global fucking child trafficking.
You guys are kind of hinting at the fact that, oh, well, no wonder he was murdered.
If he was murdered.
No, he was 100% murdered.
I don't know if he's dead.
Huh?
I don't know if he's dead.
How would they get him out of the fucking jail? I don't know. I'm asking.
The camera wasn't working that day. This was facing that way. Come on. Come on, man.
Dude.
He's in Argentina.
Argentina, 1945.
Yeah, he's in Argentina.
There's one picture, Jimmy. I want you to read this before we put it up. I want you to just, once it's up, I want you to read it because the context, you have to read it and not think about it. So read it and then think about it after you read it. So
you want me to read it out loud or just read it? Read it.
Read it out loud, but don't pre-read it because it's important that
Okay.
it's that first one right there. As soon as it pops
All right,
up, go ahead and read it.
All right, let me know when it's up.
All right, it's up.
All right. I'm sorry, but if you were sexually abused by this human, then that's 100% on you.
Damn it. I thought you were going to say it.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. Like, I got my brain still has to work a little bit.
He did good.
Remember, we got CC. I got to be careful what CC puts in the chat. So,
so yeah, I again, so we ask, how did this happen with our country, right? How do we get in such a deep state fucking situation like we're in? And I am always intrigued, and I would love to do an episode or just learn more about it on like the origins of the country and the Masons and all these secret societies that started when our country started. Our country was founded on a good old boy system. And I really do believe that good old boy system, it was promised when everything's good, we're going to rule. And like backdoor, like let's say out of 200 people, one or two of them have this master evil plan to fuck over everybody else, because the concept of our country is amazing. It's that fucking one or two shitbirds always end up fucking, so like, does that make sense? Like the Masons, the Skull and Bones and all that, like, is that where all this, I believe that's where all this stuff originated from.
Yeah, because there was always somebody involved that had ill intentions. Mm-hmm. You can't get 4 people in a room and think, okay, all 4 of these people are going to be like, we're all on the same page completely. So then you go back to a time when there was no technology. You could pretty much do whatever you wanted. It just continues to grow and grow to where we are now. And there's always ill intentions involved. And it started from the beginning. It's grown and grown. And as those societies have become so powerful, they're going to do whatever they want. Like, I know you guys, but dude, smoking, to me, there should be no cigarette. It kills you. But because and marijuana is safer than cigarette, but because, JP, our fucking the tobacco companies, you can't just spend that in all Anheuser-Busch, tobacco, all these companies that sell you things that are at the pharmaceutical industry. We watch them kill fucking hundreds of thousands of people with narcotics. Nobody cares. They're still selling them. It just continues and continue. Oil, all that stuff goes. And it started, I believe, like you said, at a very small level, that somebody was like, I got an idea. They can never stop us. And what is blackmail and all that is the most powerful thing. If you get powerful people involved in bad things, I'm going to do hood rat things with my friends. If you get them involved in bad things and you hold that over them, that power turns into what we have now.
What do you think about the origins and all that stuff, Jimmy? The
I'm going to go back into history on this one. This is the same stuff that brought down Rome. This is the same stuff that brought down the Greeks. This is the same stuff that brought down great civilizations like Troy and Sodom and Gomorrah. This is a part of human history and a part of human nature. They may have different names for their secret societies, but it's the same thing. People that get into power that want to do what they want to do and have the autonomy and the freedom outside the social contract that the rest of us have to live under. To do whatever they want. To do whatever they want. To whomever they want.
I mean, yes, dude, I was so interested in this stuff until I gave up on our fucking society. But like, I mean, look at fucking the New World Order shit. That shit, and then of course it's made in a mockery, like the Denver airport, Colorado airport.
Yeah,
something like that, like the New World Order things. They've got shit all over the fucking wall, and they're just like, "You're stupid if you believe this," and everybody's like, "Oh shit, I'm stupid." But like, the New World Order has been mentioned thousands of times publicly. In fact, the fucking Canadian Prime Minister just said it. When all this shit goes into the New World Order, China's going to be on top.
Yeah, it's really hard, man. It's really hard not to like look at all this stuff and then like and have people tell you, don't believe what your lying eyes are seeing, you know, don't believe it. And then you're a person with a brain in your head and you go, dude, let me put it to you like this. If I brought to you two cops all of this information, I brought it to you legally and said, hey, this shit's out here on the internet. Bang, here's your next case. What would you do?
What would happen? You'd bring it to your boss, and your boss would know somebody involved, and they'd be like, "Yeah, we're not doing that."
Yeah,
I've been involved in that one. That's what you have going on right now.
Or it'd be around lunchtime, and I'd say, "Oh man, actually, I'll tell you what. When you get the rest of it, call in about 5 p.m.
when the next guy comes
night shift to come out."
No, but I've had on a very, and that's where I agree with what Jimmy just said. I've had on a local level things brought to me where, and this is part of what I was looked into and who wasn't looked into back in 2012, 13, 14, that Jay and I talk about, is things were brought to me where I had information that powerful people in the community were doing really bad things.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, we're really not going to talk about that. Or all of a sudden a tip gets sent to one of the people involved and I'm getting complained on that I'm a bad guy when in reality they are. So you take that on a very small level where I live and throw that into the world. These people are never going to be held accountable, and they're going to continue to manipulate things the way they have been doing. And
I mean, have you guys been watching the show Fallout at all?
No.
So the premise of the show is that a bunch of powerful elites build vaults and bunkers underground, and they're what's that? Yeah, it's based on video, but it's a TV show. It's a good TV show, right? They build all these bunkers and shit underground, and they go, you know what? The only way that we can ensure that we are not going to have a nuclear war is to have a nuclear war that we start, kill everybody up at the top, and only the people that we want to survive will survive. That way we can have the utopia that we want. That's the premise of the show. And then you look at what's going on here.
World War II.
What's that?
Sounds like a weird way to have a utopia.
Well, you just eliminate them.
What's going on
people
right
that don't
now,
think like you.
Like it's literally like, hey, these people are sheep. The cop that goes out there on the beat that thinks he's making a difference, it doesn't matter. The soldier that goes over and fucking dies in Iraq and Afghanistan, who thinks he's dying for mom and dad and apple pie, it doesn't fucking matter. The people that go to church and they tithe and they think that they're doing stuff, it doesn't matter. We are actually the ones in charge, and we're going to be the ones pulling the levers. The only way to stop it would be to go up there and have a real revolution and put completely new people in charge. But then how do you even do that? Because who do we know? Who else is involved in this shit? Like it's so far gone. Like, again, like I am not even talking about half of the stuff that I read about just because it's so bad.
We got a super chat from Preacher. You guys are hilarious. Trump's all over the evidence. Should we overthrow the government? I'm not trolling, and I do not advocate for overthrow of the government.
Yeah, I mean, Trump is involved. There's a lot of times he comes up in there, and half the country is ignoring that.
Yeah, it's almost like that movie "Don't Look Up."
It's like, that's my guy.
I'm not looking at that part of the.
But this guy, this guy's really bad.
And then CC says, Mike, Tyler, refer to the back of the coin I gave you. Don't say anything on air. All right, yeah, it's out there. We'll look.
And I will say something that Clint actually made it. He said it, and he's serious. If alcohol came out right now, we wouldn't allow it. You would not, if you came to me and said, "Hey, you can drink this stuff. You might crash your car and kill everybody on your way home. You're gonna feel good for a little while, but then it's gonna make you have a headache in the morning. But you should try it." We wouldn't allow it.
Yeah,
we wouldn't let alcohol come around right now. And the other, I always use this one. You notice, like, there are never new strip clubs. That is a taboo thing. Nobody wants it around them. They're where they are in the United States. You never see a county go. Think about that. You ever see a county go, you know what? We're gonna pass an ordinance today that we can have strip clubs in our county now. They are where they are because of whoever allowed them in a long time ago. You will never see a community wake up one day and go, "We're gonna bring strip clubs."
Well, it's all
in.
online now.
Yes,
and I'm talking about the evilness of the world. They don't need it to be in buildings anymore. They can just put it all online.
You'll never see a jurisdiction of 5 men sit up front and go, "Yeah, we're going to go ahead and pass that. We're going to let that in." And that's kind of like casinos have kind of defeated that, because for the longest time you had Atlantic City and Vegas. Mm-hmm. Now they're popping up everywhere where, Disney keeps them from coming anywhere near here.
Okay.
They're never around here. But those things are never going to be allowed.
I got one for you. Do you guys remember Pornhub?
Yep.
Okay. You remember Pornhub, right? You remember
Yes,
Pornhub got slammed, right? They got fucking nerfed.
Well,
Remember
apparently
that, right?
there was like 90% of Pornhub was underage kids. And I thought that number was fucking crazy at first, like 90, but the way it was explained to me was the amount of vast videos uploaded on Pornhub that aren't watched, that you have no idea what's on there. It's like the deep sea of pornography, and a lot of that was underage kids. And so that's why
and they couldn't vet it.
Yeah, and they were
States
losing,
were like, you're not going to put this up unless you
banking
can
systems weren't working
Yeah.
with them, and that's owned by a Jew.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
It is.
There is a distinct possibility that people watched videos that were filmed on Epstein's island on Pornhub, and that was why they had to fucking kill it.
Oh, well, I know I just said what I said, and no one Pornhub. There's something with it, like the owner is a Jew,
but they've banned it.
Yeah.
Almost all the states have banned it.
You can't. You have to have like an ID or something, right?
You have to verify who you are to do it.
Yeah, nobody's gonna do that.
No.
I'm gonna put my ID on here.
There's a thing. It's like, yeah, nobody's even going to go through the trouble of putting the ID online, let alone like. But that's what I'm saying, though. That's why those things are controlled, and we don't want them. We don't want that around here. We don't want that in our neighborhood, but it's still out there, like alcohol. Again, another one that just doesn't make sense. How many people die a year because of alcohol? I'm not saying I'm not, Saint Mike that wants alcohol removed, but if we did remove it, think of what
alcohol goes back to like the founding of the country.
Yeah, but think about how many lives would be saved if there was no alcohol. How many crimes would
If
not
we
be
don't
committed?
have
I mean,
alcohol, we don't have NASCAR.
Well, we don't have alcohol. It's like Jay said, we don't have a lot of the things that make this country money. We
Yeah,
don't. We need
well,
crime.
the people. No, those people that are already in power would lose their money, so they're not going to let it go anywhere.
I think the bigger argument that trumps alcohol is big pharma. I mean, the fact that there's literally all the information out there that can get you healthy over pills, and people, that's just big pharma runs everything.
Yes, they run everything.
They run everything.
Money run the power. Yes, they run everything. I mean, you watch the documentaries of how they went, manipulated the FDA to get these drugs in the place, and then doctors were being paid bonuses to prescribe them and killing people, and nobody cared because people were making money. Those people are in charge of banks. Those people are in charge of corporations. Those same people that don't care what happens to the regular people as long as they're making money. And that's unfortunate.
I mean, like, we got to address that guy's question, because we kind of didn't. Like, what do I think? Can you pull that super chat up again? I want to read it one more time, because he said, what can we do? Something about a revolution.
Well, he commented again.
Yeah.
Preacher.
Yeah. You guys are hilarious. Trump is all over the evidence. Yes. Should we overthrow the government? I'm not trolling. I don't advocate for the overthrow of the government. Okay. Well, you got to say that, but I don't think it's the government that we're talking about here. I don't. I think it's the
elite are protected by the government.
And they're on both sides. It's not like, oh, we can vote them out and we're going to get the same motherfuckers. They've been up there for 40 goddamn years. Nancy Pelosi has been in DC since I was born. She's been in charge for all of my life.
Look what we tried to do with January 6th. And look,
yeah.
They will fucking incarcerate you federally for the rest of your life and make an example out of you. That's what we talked about. So absolutely, how do you do that? Because the only thing that's going to, outside of Jesus coming back, the only thing that's going to save this fucking country is a bunch of big dudes that know how to work fucking guns, that are tattooed and fucking Christ driven, and just goes and starts eliminating people and asking for forgiveness later. That's the only way that this works. That's the only way. I mean, having an island, you'd have to have somebody that's like, oh, I own my own dynamite company and you own your own aircraft company. Let's just go bomb that fucking island.
Yeah. Listen to your conversation.
I mean,
you would be stopped long before the government's listening to all your phone calls. You would be stopped long before that ever happened.
If you are in power in the United States, either in the military-industrial complex or in the government or in Europe, and same thing, you had dealings with Jeffrey Epstein. That's how far it goes. The guys in charge of Lockheed Martin and Raytheon, fucking Elon Musk, Microsoft, Google, YouTube, everything.
Let me explain it better to some people that what you're saying is absolutely true. And the way I know this works is that look at the way one police precinct, when investigated, you know, those ones that have to be completely shut down because everybody from the bottom to the top was guilty.
Yeah.
They were all dirty. It infects and impacts everybody there, because if you are the only one that says, I am not doing this, you're at best ousted. At best, if not like, oh, we're five dirty cops staring at one cop that knows we fucking stole, and you ain't gonna steal. It becomes like a criminal mindset at that point. Like, yeah, you can't let that guy go away. And so when the whole precinct, even one cop that knew about everything from, you know, patrol to the chief, and just didn't want to be involved, he's involved in some way. Now he's wrapped up in it. So like you say, yeah, all these politicians and all of these people, they're in some way connected to Jeffrey Epstein, and now they're caught up in it. And to be honest with you, those are the people that are, if there's going to be any repercussions, it's going to be people like, who are they? I don't even know who that is. Yeah. Oh yeah. We punish people. We punish them.
You know who's not on the Epstein list?
Me?
The vice president.
He's too young.
He was out there.
He was too young.
He was fighting in Afghanistan.
Yeah. That's by proxy. He was too young. I mean, I'm not saying he's not a good guy, but
no. But my point is that, like, of all the people that we know that have been in government, are in the military-industrial complex, either in the United States or in Europe, the thing is that China is not involved in this because China's got its own shit going on. They have their own.
Yeah. China's probably fucking helping this shit happen. Like, oh, fall of America. Preacher 0311. Oh, so he's a Marine. Okay. Tell what's his name to shut the hell up with that conspiracy alien bullshit. What's that? Who's that? Who's he talking to? Mm-hmm. Preacher, you got to give us something more than that. I don't know. I don't remember any of us talking about aliens.
I did talk about aliens. That was me.
No, it's all tied in. If you don't think all this shit ain't tied in. Oh yeah, because we said they dropped alien. Yeah, they dropped the fact that aliens were real during.
Maybe it's you then.
Oh, fuck you, dude. CC says they casually released the files when Trump didn't attack Iran yesterday. CC also says the owner of everything OF Jews. Okay.
Yeah, OnlyFans.
Preacher, okay, again says exactly. It's the entire government, and I do not advocate for the overthrow of the government. I think he's getting at something.
He's like, I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal.
Jefferson Newby. What?
Jefferson Newby.
The cat.
Rutherford.
Rutherford. We never talk about the kids affected. The lasting effects are going to be torturous. Where are the kids?
That's what I'm saying. We don't.
Where are they?
Human trafficking in the United States is far worse than drug trafficking. Nobody pays. I'm telling you, it's bad.
But they're not going to. I believe the people at the end of that pipeline will surprise you. That's why we never investigate.
And then I don't think the kids make it out, man. You can't, just like you said, 4 bad cops and 1 good cop. Yeah. What are you going to let him go? He just watches.
Well, they torture him and eat him.
Yes, they eat them.
I'm telling you, like, I know I sound like Alex Jones right now, but in 10 years, people be like, oh, that fucking snapback fucking tattooed guy. He was fucking
Machiavellian.
Right. They torture these kids and eat them. The Mossad got Jimmy.
Jimmy's done.
They fucking
I'm still here.
I'm still here.
They're tracking him out.
Help! I didn't kill myself. What are you seeing right now, Jimmy?
I can see you and I hear you. The camera just shut itself off.
All right, we'll get rid of Jimmy until he fixes his shit.
We'll go to break.
Yeah, actually, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. A word from our sponsors. We will be right back with more of this ridiculousness they call the Epstein files.
And wherever Jimmy went, we're going to find him.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
Over a century ago in 1910, the Flexner Report, funded by John D. Rockefeller and the Carnegie Foundation, re-engineered medical education from a holistic, whole-body approach which appropriately treated the body as an interconnected system, to a compartmentalized approach under the guise of specialized medicine. They shut down or consolidated medical schools, marginalized naturopathic, homeopathic, and chiropractic medicine, replacing them with symptom management and synthetic drugs. Allopathy is a marketing strategy rooted in fear and manipulated science. This philosophy carried into veterinary medicine, resulting in over-vaccination, unnecessary surgeries, and manufactured food, just like they did for people. They call it care, but it's predatory and based in profitability. The truth? Toxicity, compromised immunity, and chronic inflammation. They're not fate. They're engineered. And so is your power to undo them. We built 3 targeted formulas to return the body to homeostasis, for pets and people. To detox, defend, and restore. We are the correction to decades of corruption. We are vengeance.
And we're back. All right. Really quick word from our newest sponsor, American Financing. These guys have actually sponsored us before. They specialize in veterans and first responders. Let's be honest, the math just isn't adding up lately between the grocery store and those skyrocketing insurance premiums. Even with a steady job, more families are becoming forced to rely on high interest credit cards to cover expenses. And I can speak on this. That used to be me. If you're a homeowner caught in that cycle, carrying balances with interest rate in the 20s or even 30s, it's time to get some relief. Right now, mortgage rates are at a 3-year low, and my friends at American Financing are helping homeowners pay off that high interest debt at rates in the low 5s. They're salary-based mortgage consultants, keyword, they're not commissioned. Don't just push loans. They build exit strategies from debt. On average, they are saying that saving their customers $800 a month. Like I always say, that's a fucking Dodge Hellcat, okay? That you can have your dream car if you just use these guys, or get out of fucking crippling debt, stop using the credit card. Plus, if you start today, you may even delay the next 2 mortgage payments. There are no upfront fees or obligations. To find out how much you can save, America's home for home loans is American Financing. Call 866-890-8585. 866-890-8585, or go to americanfinancing.net/antihero to learn more. Did we ever get Jimmy back? And Mike's mic doesn't work. They're coming for us too. Oh, there he is.
There we are.
I got him.
What did he push? What did Lewis do?
I don't think he did it. I think it's around the
It's
time.
the sounds again.
Is the what?
It's the sounds again. They malfunction.
I think every time we do Vengeance, it just mutes your mic completely. Like anytime we do that commercial.
All right.
Yeah. So where were we? The
Jimmy got kidnapped.
Jimmy got kidnapped.
No.
He's on the run. He's on the run.
Jimmy's on the run. What the fuck is going on? What's going on?
What are you doing?
Hold on. Let me get it all squared away here. Okay, so the camera needs a new battery. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
For some reason, this thing is StreamYard is not syncing up to my beats, and I don't know why. It's fucking annoying.
We can hear you.
Yeah. So the camera, it needs a new battery.
Okay.
So I mean, like I charged it and it said it was full, and then the battery just exhausted. So I was like, all right, man, well, the show must go on. So I'm going to the truck. So I'm braving the heat right now.
The heat?
Yeah, because the truck is hot.
Oh.
Yeah, the inside of the truck is hot, and I got like Beekman's World hair going right now.
I'll tell you what, go ahead and try and get everything squared away. We'll bring you right back. We're going to hit sports with K9.
Okay.
And we'll bring you back on.
All right, sounds good.
All right, later.
This is a fucking movie. This is a show. Just like that. Just I'm gonna dump the Jimmy files one day. I'm gonna dump the Jimmy files one day, just so you guys know.
Hey, there's a picture I wanted to bring up right there. I thought it was kind of interesting. It's the 3. I think it's number 3 right there. Yep. So, can you read that, Mike? I can't read that,
That
but I
has to be blown up. It's from the Hodgmans. Documenting circulating online claim Jeffrey Epstein's bank account was allegedly listed under the name Baal, B-A-A-L, a figure known historically as a false god tier of power and corruption. And then there's like an account information down there for a Wachovia, where did Wachovia become? I remember Wachovia.
First, I don't remember.
It's been a while. Lewis shrunk it, so I can't see it anymore, and the picture's gone.
Lewis
decided that the picture was gone, and we were done talking about it. So that's the end of that.
Baal is a figure historically false god tied to power and corruption, sacrificing children and all this stuff. It's just crazy that this guy has the balls to name his bank account Baal.
Okay, you can remove it now, Lewis. I like when Lewis does things like that. It makes me wonder what's going on. Because when there's a picture up there and we're like clearly done with it, I'll have to be like, Lewis, remove it. and then mid-sentence on this one, that was good, Lewis. Another super chat.
What's that?
$10 for Jimmy to get a new battery on his camera. I can't deal with him in the truck.
Yeah, the truck was.
He's still there, just looking at us. Remove it, Lewis. Remove it. Take him out.
You know what? He's still there, just looking.
I can't focus, man. Like, I got to draw the line somewhere. He's moving like 1,000 miles an hour. He's bouncing around like a 2-year-old on a fucking trampoline. I'm trying to look at the screen, and I see Jimmy's head spinning around,
just looking at it.
That's what I see. That's what I see. I'm bad enough. I have ADD bad enough as it is.
All right. I feel like we've. Is there anything else about the Epstein files?
I think we killed it. We beat a dead horse.
I mean, because like I said, 3 million documents. I don't even know where to even. If I wanted to right now, Mike, where do I go? Instagram?
Now, Instagram's where you're going to find all the reels and the people that are pushing their agenda on which ones they want you to see that are most interesting. But that's based on your own taste or whoever's taste it is.
I mean, like, dude, wait till the memes come out where people just start like memeing their friends in the Epstein files. Like, it's literally going to lose.
Yeah, I could be standing there with Epstein.
Yeah,
like Mike,
I'm going to be like, oh, Copville, we do it.
And this is how crazy it's getting is I have followers that send me on Copville. There are like OnlyFans accounts now that are portraying that they're cops. So most of the pictures look like female cops that are in extremely tight clothing with vests, and it looks real. But then there's like, you go down the page and like the third one down, she's driving like topless or with a bikini on in a cop car. Impossible. I don't care what agency it is. You're not, but they don't realize it's fake. And I get it sent to me like, you need to highlight this. I'm like, are you kidding me? And but now they're falling victim. And if there's everyday humans that can look at a page and go, here's a female cop that's driving down the road in what looks like a real patrol car with like a lieutenant, and they're both sweating like they just had sex, and you think it's real, we're gone. Society is gone. Yeah. And now, and then you get in these documents, you get in these other things.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. And
but now you're not the specialist of the Epstein file, so you don't know either.
But what in the old days when we heard something, it's harder to portray a lie.
We waited on the 6, right? We waited on the 6 o'clock news to tell if it was real or not.
But you heard it, and you're like, if the person didn't tell the story just right, now you see it. And when you see it with your own eyes, you go, it has to be real. I see it right there.
Yeah,
like I see it. You can't tell me. I don't have to hear your story. I don't have to hear you go, yeah, well, it's kind of true, like the stuttering. I look at it and go, oh, there it is right there. That Bill Clinton and Trump and me are on an island together partying. It's
I'm going to make one of you.
The videos are insane. Like now they're like, over the weekend, one of the Lamont from Sanford and Son, an old TV show I used to watch. And I scroll on Instagram and there's a video of the entire cast in 4K, like they're all upset. Red Fox died in 1991. There's Red Fox crying, all these people crying, and they watch Lamont like fly away with angel wings into heaven. And it's the realest thing I've ever seen. Like you can't convince me it's not real. So,
it's impossible to be real.
It is. It's absolutely impossible. But it looks real. So now it is seeing it is easier to trick people. Like here, look, it must be real. Here it is, and you can. Everything's AI now. You have no idea what's real or not.
And like I said, we relied on mainstream media to tell us what was true. And now we're in the conundrum we are in 2026 because of 1960 and on, or before that, 1950 radio. We relied on the government and the media to tell us where we are headed, like which way is right. And now we're in our conundrum because all of those people are corrupt.
Well, you got guys like Alex Jones started to have their own ability to put out whatever they're putting out may be true, right? Let's say it's some of what he's putting out is true. the government has to go, okay, well, these people now have YouTube and all these places to put out stuff. We got to figure out what's the best way to fucking do that? Just muddy it all up, dump it all out. Go, everybody talk.
And
Everybody talk at once. Here's all your files. Here's everything. Just there's so much. It's going to be impossible to like pinpoint what's accurate. Now AI comes in. It's like now make up pictures. Make the meme. Make the meme.
you really think they waited? And do you think it's possible they waited till right now to make AI?
There's a reason. There's a reason.
Like AI was probably accessible 15 years ago.
Yes,
if
there's
they
a
wanted
reason
it to
it was they waited to a certain time because now it's easy just to go. Just muddy it up, meme it.
Meme it. Everybody has fun with the
because
memes.
I go, oh, that's another fake picture, but it might be the real. It might be real.
Yeah.
But you go, that's just another fake picture of me, and it's you see, with our thumbnails, we can make anything happen. I can make anything happen with our silly ass thumbnails, and it's like that, you know. And
you're not even trying.
I'm a moron. I'm as dumb as they come, and I'm like, hey, let me put this guy on this face and do that, and there it is. And it's like, so.
They did the moon landing, guys.
They did right in front of us. They just dumped it all out and made us all wonder what is real, what isn't.
We got a couple super chats for let's see. Go up the list. Sorry, guys.
It was the last one was
the skate or Catherine Whitbeck. The combat vets. Did you ever ask yourself why y'all were there? We ask ourselves that all the time. Preacher 0311 said just busting in you, Jimmy, or outside you. 6 Jedis for a new battery for Jimmy. Preacher, another $10. 10 more for Jimmy. Clint with another $10 for Jimmy. Nick Prawl, $10. Jimmy's camera didn't kill itself. Is Jimmy set up and ready to go in the trap house, in the trap room? There he is.
Oh, man.
Have you seen any drug exchanges since you've been there?
Dude, like the camera said it was charged this morning. I mean, I was like, oh man, it's been a hell of a week, dude. Trying to move and do live shows. Like,
I don't even know, but I can tell just by talking with you. It looks like it's been a hell of a week.
Hey, you know what? I'm here and I can compartmentalize really well. The show must go on.
You came with the game face on, ready to rock and roll, and that's all we can ask of you, brother.
So the truck's getting fixed as we speak because apparently the $400 fucking dollars that I put into the mechanic to fix it didn't fix it, and now it looks like it might have. What's that?
Who's fixing it?
Napa.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
You sure it's not stolen?
You know how you take? I took it in there. What?
Wait, what car were you in just now?
That's the truck. Yeah.
What? You're in
the reason truck? I got out of the truck, I shooed them away. I was like, because they were in there with the code reader and everything. And then I'm like, okay, cool. I guess I'm just gonna go into the truck. We'll take this over
Napa
there now.
Came to you.
Yeah. They're right down the road. They were like, here, we'll bring the code reader out and check it out.
I got you. And then you shoot him away for your dedication to this podcast.
I was like, I won't be denied. I'm gonna go get my hands and knees banged up, trying to fucking die for that ball.
All right.
So
well, you kind of got cut off. Do you remember what you're talking about? That's regarding Epstein.
Oh yeah. I mean, I actually had
keep it rolling, brother. Keep it rolling.
The machinations, the Machiavellian machinations of this fucking cabal of evil that we have is beyond the pale of anything else that I could possibly imagine. I've gotten to the point now where Mike's right. The fucking moon landing didn't happen. Nothing is real. Everything is fake, and we've been lied to since we were fucking babies. Like that's when you go this deep down that hole, you go, fuck it. Everything's wrong. And to that person's point that said, like, when you guys were overseas fighting, did you ever think it was about this? I did at the end, but I just didn't know how bad.
Yeah. Preacher, we'll get to your question in a little. That's a great question. I don't want to rush anybody. There's 3 of us. So guys, do not let me forget to answer Preacher's question about why we chose the Army over the Marines. But so we'll get to it towards the end. But out of all the research you did, what was the most not hardest thing to realize, but the most surprising thing to digest?
I think
that
it was
even surprised you? You were ready to see it all, and like,
I think it was once newborn babies started getting involved.
what?
Yeah. And the way
Yeah,
that
I
they
mean-
would torture newborn babies and then draw their blood.
Okay, so who's having these babies? I'm assuming their moms are in captivity, probably
Yeah,
impregnated
so
by them.
the women are getting child trafficked out of, like, this is one of the reasons why they want this flow of migrants from South America and Central America into the United States, because there's a lot of those people that fucking disappear. People that are migrant people are very, very susceptible to being trafficked.
Yeah,
They
and
want
so
this flow of migrants coming.
That's
And
dumb.
pregnant
That's dumb.
mothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
go ahead.
Pregnant mothers are a big one. They're called, Cece's right, they're called incubators. And they will take them in and they will have the baby, they'll get all the medical care,
Well,
and then
I saw a comment way up there. It wasn't a super chat. I just happened to see it. Someone said, "Watch the movie Hostel." Now, I'm pretty self-aware when it comes to like my intuition and going, "This is wrong." Right. This is wrong. When society likes something and it's wrong, I'm like, "This is really wrong." The movie Hostel came out when I was in about high school. I'd say it was senior year of high school, and I remember thinking it was so fucked up that people wanted to go watch people get tortured and murdered. Now, what they did was they turned it into a Hollywood movie. They gave the guy at the very end some justification, and he got to kill the bad guy. But really, the movie's based off a premise, and it's like they rub it right in your face. Like in 2006, I think most of society would be like, "This isn't real." Like, this is a fantasy land, like a Rob Zombie movie, like a House of a Thousand Corpses, like that whole thing. Like, you could be like, "Oh, this is like a made up, like like horror fantasy." That shit it was successful because apparently everybody at least has the desire to watch it. If you have the desire to watch it, let's take 100 people, the desire to watch the movie Hostel. Now let's take 10 people that would commit the act if given the opportunity. And then let's take the 1 out of the 10 that actually goes through with it. And
Build an island.
and telling you, dude, this shit, people, there was the band called the Scorpions, right? The German band from the 80s. Here I am.
Yeah.
A couple of those guys were in an interview like 10 years ago, and they said that they went to some wild parties in Europe and stuff in America. And they said that they were there when they killed a woman in a ritual thing, like a smut thing. And it was a live show at a private party. And they were like, "What the fuck, dude?" And so this little testimonies here and there, almost like Mike always says, why would you lie about something like that 10 years ago? Why would you randomly just say that in an interview, in a music? It was like a music article. And of course the music article was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" So you don't, like, people see things like that. It is there. Like the people that go to the Hollywood parties, and a lot of them won't talk about it. They'll sit there and say, like, there's some really, really fucked up shit. And I think the guilt of being there, like, they knew bad things were going to happen, like cocaine and like girls and prostitution, right? Like, you can probably fathom that in your brain that would happen at a Hollywood party. But when you're there and people are being sacrificed, that's like the little entryway, the little gateway into the real deep state. They want to see you at one of those Hollywood Hills parties to see how much you're down for that, right? And then when you stay for something, like, here's where it starts with the smorgasbord of food with a human laying there as the table, right? Maybe not even harmed. It's fucking weird though.
Yeah.
If you walked into a party and you
Dude, they do that in Japan all the time.
I'm leaving.
got your car keys, like, "All right, guys, it's good seeing y'all."
Yeah.
They do that shit in
I never
Japan
saw
all the
this in
time,
I
man.
never saw this in the casino before.
The good old fashioned casino.
Yeah.
Dude, they eat sushi off of naked women in Japan all the time. That's a thing.
And it's weird, but I'm telling you, like, there's these entry level things where when one person is intrigued, they go, "Hey, what's the deal with this stuff like this, man?" Like, "Oh, well, we got an even deeper state party. If you want to come to that," that's where somebody may or may not die, right?
Dude.
And then you're like, you're down for that. Then they
Yeah.
go, we got this island where we actually do this all the time. But you gotta, you gotta fucking slice your wrist and do the ritual with the blood on the baby and give your life to Satan, and you will be, empowered, and you'll have lawlessness and no fear of any consequence ever in your life.
Remember, this is the kind of stuff that gets talked about in the Bible all the time, in the Old Testament. The pagans doing these rituals, sacrificing babies and sacrificing their firstborns. And I mean, like, I don't know what the devil's fucking play is on this one. Honestly, I don't have a fucking clue, but it's evil. It's just there's no way around it, man. Like, how do you? That's what I was trying to tell you. Like, I was going so deep into this stuff, I was so uncomfortable just reading it. Like, this shit is on my phone. I am now fucking looking at it. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at words, but it doesn't matter. It's like I'm searching for it. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah.
At what point? By the way, are we getting money from other countries in super chats? Because that's the second weird symbol that I've seen.
Yeah. You have to kind of Google the symbol. Like you'll see like that weird
I know
symbol.
one of them was pound note.
Fictus
Somebody gave us 5 pounds.
$15 something from Facebook. I don't know what that is, but thank you so much. That going up to Northern. Oh my God, I'm so retarded when it comes to reading. Northumberland Gordy. Trump knew exactly what was going on. He couldn't have been that close without knowing. He's a sick individual. Yeah, that's what we're. Right now, I can't. I can defend Trump on ICE policy. I cannot defend him on Epstein Island.
I don't. At this point,
and you know what I will defend? I will defend locker room talk. If people want to fucking hear him say, grab him by the pussy, well, that's what you. I never once said Trump was a fucking nice guy. Never once said that. You want to see what a rich degenerate motherfucker that knows or not knows, but says what he wants, how he wants, when he wants, like that's what's going to happen. And so I never really even judged him for saying that. Like people are like, oh, he's like, well, actually, I wanted the people out that would think like I could never say something like that. I want Trump's learned in real time in office what you can and can't do.
Yes.
And I preferred that. Me personally, Tyler Hoover, preferred that over the politicians that we're in. But what I can't get down with is lustful, lawlessness, sinful behavior that is, again, this isn't like Trump was in a fucking nightclub getting handsy with a fucking 30-year-old stripper. This was a private island that's now being notoriously like deemed the portal to hell, where innocent children were victimized and killed. And I need to wait to see what comes out of this before I can say anything about it.
The fact that it's not, we're going all the way back, that it's not the most important thing in the world is a tell that it's how bad what kind of shape we're in.
Yeah.
If you watch all the movies, and you watch that movie, you're gonna be like, man, that's the most fucked up movie of all the other things you've seen. If that was alleged, and that's not the number one thing that everybody in the world is focused on, it to me shows how fucked up we are as a society and how far removed from where we started to where we are now. It should be, everything else should be like pause. Like, let's take all the ICE agents off the street. Let's let these Hispanic dudes run around for a little while. Let's get them all digging through these 6 million documents to find out what we need to follow up on, what we need to investigate, what phones we need to pull, what document where, who was where, drag people in for interviews. All the people on that list should be in a room interviewing, being asked, yo, dog, what you did when you was there? What happened? You were at this place. Where's that? Where's the investigation? Where's the interviews? Where's the people that were there that we see can prove were involved? Why haven't they been debriefed in detail? And, they got their rights. I get it. They can invoke. If they all invoke, then that tells me another pretty wild story if nobody wants to talk about it. So if it's not what we say it is, why has nobody come out and said, no, dog, you guys are all wrong. I went to that island. It's nothing but, we rode horses.
Haven't seen anything like that.
We rode horses and we scuba dived and we had fun.
You could sit there and say that maybe anybody that was there doesn't even want to talk about being associated with such a shitty thing, but somebody at some point would be able to go, oh, when I was there, I didn't see shit.
Bringing people in for grand juries for Trump's attorneys and this guy's attorneys and the auto pen and everything else is being investigated. Drag these motherfuckers in front of Congress or in front of the DOJ and say, you were there. Tell me what happened.
Everything is
That's what I'm saying. You're right. It's all corrupt.
It's all
corrupt.
Yeah.
That's my point.
There's no governing
in a
authority.
real world. If the people in charge were legitimate, you would not, on your watch, you're the president of the United States right now, and you know that's happening. On your watch, would you just go, nah, I'm not going to look into that? You would be like, stop everything. Stop everything. We have children being trafficked, and whoever was in charge, you would be like, nope, everything else is done.
Yeah.
Fuck all that. Fuck the immigration stuff. We're going to put all that on hold. We're going to
like how the world wanted to go to war after 9/11, or the world wanted to go into
They should be
Iraq.
that upset about
Yes,
it. They should be that upset.
There should be hearings.
Yeah.
Like, we want answers.
Absolutely. It should be that you should be that upset about this. And we're making memes about it, joking. That's where society has gotten to.
Heather says they also never told anyone what they saw.
Yeah. Like you were there.
Yeah.
You saw something.
Yeah. Was it just a beautiful
beautiful
landscape?
You could kill it with one. Everybody could go, no, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Everything was fine. None of that happened.
Preacher says, don't forget about my angry comment, please. Really want to hear y'all's reasoning for join. We will not forget, man. I got it right here. But we're gonna wrap this up. The Epstein talk. Not saying we won't get back into it, but we've got Canine. We got a little bit of sports to cover. Want to get Canine's perspective on maybe this Epstein stuff as well as an outsider. Kind of like a guy that Canine buries himself in sports and family and God. Doesn't really pay attention to the outside world. So I kind of want to pick his brain. Jimmy, we'll get back to you shortly. All right, man?
Go.
Yo, what's up, OGs?
Homos. Fucking homos, dude.
Yo, dude, isn't this shit fucking crazy?
Dude, I was listening to some of the things y'all were saying, man, just blowing my mind. I've never watched a horror movie either. Like, I don't watch any of that stuff. I don't like any of those demonic spirits. I don't even want to see it. I don't want it in my mind. I don't want any of that stuff anywhere near me. I put up like a wall. I don't want that
man.
shit
You're
near
protecting yourself, dude. Protecting yourself.
Exactly, man. That shit's real, bro. That shit is real. As a religious man, it claims in the Bible that shit's real. It's real. Like, people get demonic spirits in them, and the devil's crazy, and just.
I mean, like,
I don't get it.
From what you gathered or what you know, and we'll get into sports in just a second, but I want your take.
Yeah.
If everything's true, do you feel like this is the deep state on its way to opening the portal to hell, or bringing hell as close to God's children as humanly possible?
Oh gosh, that's a hard question to answer, man.
Or do you think they're a bunch of crazy sex fiends?
I feel like the devil is part of it. I don't know if it's necessarily opening up a portal to anything. There's been evil, demonic people on this planet since the beginning of time. People, I don't know if they have demonic spirits in them or if they're just into weird things. Their souls haven't been saved. I'm Greek Orthodox. When you're born, they rush you to get baptized. Like, your parents can't even take you on a plane ride to go out of town until you are baptized. They want to make sure that your soul, yes. So, like, if you were born and you're only like a month old, you haven't been baptized yet, you're not allowed to go on a plane with your family, not really allowed to travel. They want your soul to be saved. So, I guess I grew up believing that once your soul's saved, you automatically have some of that Holy Spirit in you.
Yes.
So you wouldn't necessarily get off on things like this. Not that being a Christian makes you a perfect person. There's a lot of sick Christians out there that claim, they're real and whatever. But I don't know if it's a portal. I just think that this has been around a long time. I think a lot of things are just being publicized finally.
Yeah.
Because more important people are doing it.
Yeah. Well, if you guys don't know, this is K9. He's a host of Counterculture Inc. Sports. He's our Monday sports correspondent, which we usually touch on the Sunday night football games and usually kind of do a little bit of Monday night predictions. But really, there's only one game to focus on for the rest of the season, and that's the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we had UFC over the weekend too.
Oh, we did.
Good fights too. Good fights.
Yeah, there was good UFC fights. There was a good boxing match in New York between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. So that was a good boxing match. But yeah, everybody's ready for the Super Bowl.
There's another boxing match where a dude's hairpiece got knocked off in the middle of the fight.
I saw the memes. Of course, I saw the memes before I knew what the hell was going on.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was probably the most popular thing in sports to happen this week, and I think everybody's seen that picture and video of the guy getting punched and his hair goes flying in the crowd.
It ruined the crowd. I mean, you had Volkanovski beat Lopez in UFC. That was a great fight, and then Saint Denis beat the brakes off Hooker.
Yeah.
Preacher 0311 asked, "Is he black or white?" It looks like my nightstand. He's actually Greek, but he answered that. I used to think he was Hispanic, but he's just Greek.
You know what? My whole life, I've kind of had a little bit of everything people thought. Here's a quick funny story. I have two half brothers, and I went to go visit my older half brother, and my mom was there, and all his buddies were there, and we all hung out. We had a good time. We drank, and the next morning, one of my brother's friends, he's like, "Man, that's cool that your mom has a biracial kid." My brother's looking at him like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Your brother K9." He's like, "He's black, right? He's half black." And I'm just like, he's like, "No, dude, he's Greek. He's not black at all." Maybe because I had an edge or something.
So before we go into sports, I witnessed over the weekend. I didn't send it to anybody. The hand of all hands in poker. I walked into the poker room on yesterday, and if you look at that middle bet, make it bigger, Lewis. My man here flopped a royal flush. He had ace king of spades in his hand. The dealer threw the 10 jack queen. That is $15,000 payout on a $15 bet.
Holy shit!
I was standing there when it happened.
Is that like seeing
that's like
an asteroid or something?
That's the rarest thing you're going to see. It's the highest hand, and I've heard stories about it. I've never seen one in person. One happened on the cruise that I didn't see, but I was
so when that happens, does everybody back up?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Like I was standing with the guy, and he's playing three hands. He's playing the right one that's got the chips still out, the middle one where the orange chips are, and then he was playing that next one, and I watched it. I watched him pick his cards up. He sits them down, and then the dealer flips their cards over, and I fucking looked at him. I said, "Dude, you got it." He picked them up, looked at him again, and everybody backs up. They call the floor over, and those chips aren't normally out. They have to go get those. They're $1,000 a piece. They have to go get those from the back. So I was just standing there, and I'm like, cool to witness, dude. $15 bet paid $15,000. So I got to see that. I didn't win it, but I got at least. I got at least.
I don't think you'd be here if you won that.
But
go see me for a while.
Amazing. You know what the first thing he did?
What?
He called his wife.
Really?
I'd been like, "Yeah, man, I won 10 grand."
Hey man, bad luck. I didn't win anything.
No, I mean, he called and actually told her how much. You can remove it, Lewis. I was like, "Yeah, that call would have been made." I'm like, "Damn, man, you won't believe this. I won 10,000."
Won 10,000.
So I know I'm leaving at least 10, and then I'd have been like, "Give me that $5 grand to play with." But pretty cool to see that at the.
My wife would already have like allotments to where every dollar would be going if I won $15,000.
Well, it's cool that he hit because he had the royal straight in his hand too, correct? And then he also got the dealers, so it wasn't just
If you look at the third, it's all he has is ace king. They're not even a flush. He has ace king and then an offsuit. So he's basically playing ace king, which is he actually lost the hand. Obviously, the dealer flipped the straight flush, and then my wife said, "Well, I'm not taking credit for it, but I walked up and I was going to sit to his left." And I said, I saw him playing three hands. I wouldn't have got the hand. It would have been bad for him. Had I have sat down, I would have got the king, queen, jack. Mm-hmm. So I would have had a straight flush. He would have had an ace king, and or ace 10. We never would have saw that.
This is how much Mike's been thinking about.
So the dude, he looked at
it wouldn't have been mine.
No, it wouldn't have been mine. But the dude looked at me. He was like, "Dude, that's like, thank God you didn't sit down." I'm like, "Yeah, dude. Like, now give me $1,000, motherfucker." He tipped, and to give him, I'm a believer. I'm a believer in the spirit. He tipped the dealer $1,000.
Nice.
And in this place, the dealer keeps every penny they get. In the casino, they pool it. So if you're tipping, that's why the dealers are not. They don't give a shit. They're making their
Yeah.
rake. These dealers carry a box around and they sit it down at each table. So this guy, he tipped him $1,000 on that win. So that dealer made just $1,000 for a day's work.
Where was that at?
For Port St. Lucie.
Oh, okay. I've
And,
hit a Royal straight at in Okeechobee, but I didn't get it with the dealer's card, so I didn't get the 5 or 6 card
Yeah, you
bonus.
got
I
it.
just had the one in my hand.
Now he got it with the bonus. That's the bigger one. It's 1,000 to 1 on that one.
Yeah,
And
it's
then,
1,000 to 1 instead of 100. Yep.
and that same dealer dealt a royal flush the Sunday before the last. So 2 weeks in a row on Sunday, which means I'm gonna be fighting my wife to go on Sunday. This guy's dealt a royal flush 2 weeks in a row. So thought it was cool to do that.
That is
Yeah, it's cool to watch other people win money. I love it.
Jefferson Newby says $20. Says I'm not a Seahawks fan, but they are going to win. They are savages this year, but more importantly, they are more healthy than the Pats.
Your take?
I think Jefferson's right here. I think Seattle is battle tested. They've had to play some really good teams, and they've played tremendously in all 3 phases of football. The Patriots, it's not their fault they've had a cakewalk, but they've have. And the Seahawks offense is 100 times better than anything the Patriots have seen so far in this playoffs. I think they've only played like 4 playoff teams throughout the whole year. Seattle's in a tougher division. They look a lot better. I think Seattle wins this game 28-18.
I agree. It's going to be a win. And what I think the biggest, and they got to the Super Bowl easy, the Patriots did, I believe, because of the injury to the Denver quarterback, and then the conditions. Their warm-up game, which is now will be 2 weeks old, was a fucking disaster. The Seahawks played in a real football game, down to the wire, in the moment. That game in Denver was trash. It was miserable to watch. There was really no football. It was who could get lucky the best and keep their footing on kicks. So they really didn't play a real football game. So you're going back now. They're going to have gone 3 weeks since a real game where the Seahawks were in a war to get to the Super Bowl. I think that carries over. And I think the Seahawks, I would go around that score. I think the Seahawks are going to win pretty easy and avenge the 1 yard line loss to the Patriots from that Super Bowl. And there's got to be a little, I know none of the players are around for that, but there's a chip. Like, we can't go and lose to this team after what happened that year. Like, we got to avenge the franchise. I think they're playing for the past. They're playing for Marshawn Lynch. They're playing for Pete Carroll in that game. And I think their heads are harder in that game, a little heavier.
Yeah, Seattle's got to get that lick back, man. That was probably the biggest choke in football history to me. It's up there with the Atlanta 28-3 against the Patriots. I mean, you have Skittles beast mode, probably the best north-south runner we've ever seen. You don't hand them off the ball. You throw a pick like that at the end of the game. That's something you don't forget. They're playing the same team, and like you said, I think they're really going to try to get that lick back, man. It's not all the same guys, but it's all the same fans. So they're going to be.
They're avenging this. You're avenging the city, and you're avenging this franchise by beating the Patriots. And
avenge me.
This isn't the Tom Brady Patriots. I'm sorry, it's not. They're great. They have a good team.
Mike, I'm going to take as much money as I can scrape up, and I want you to be like, Tyler, you bet this. It is the worst decision you could make. But if you are right, you will win a lot of money. And I'm going to bet on. Well, I'm going to bet. How do I bet on the Patriots? Do I bet on a score?
No, you just bet on them to win.
Where's
the money line?
Also, where do I bet?
Hard Rock Bet app.
But let me send you my referral code first, so we can. Don't take Mike's. Take mine.
So he can make an extra $10. So, like for instance, if you were to go money line on the Patriots, well, it wouldn't be crazy. It's plus 190, so $100 wins 190.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, you'd have to go sprinkle in like here or there.
Yeah, choose the Gatorade color and the coin toss.
Tyler's gay swears that not you. We know you're gay. The follower Tyler is gay swears the Patriots are going to win. We'll bet. We'll have a little fun with it. We'll get
We still do. Are we going to do a halftime or the whole game?
I don't know.
Halftime.
Well, we got Patreon tomorrow. We can spring, but I think getting like Thursday on the morning show, we'll nail down some bets or some fun in the Patreon. Get some wagers going for some merchandise and stuff like that.
All right.
So,
let me go. Wrap up sports. I'm gonna go grab the box of shirts to show what's going on.
What the coaching carousel? Did you look up on that? We're done now, right? We got everybody's got a home.
Yeah, all 10 teams have finally signed their coach. The Raiders one was the one that
It's still
kinda
up in
was
the air, but it looks pretty much a done deal.
yeah, it's well, as of now, it's a done deal with Kubiak, the offensive
Okay.
coordinator from Seattle. From what I've seen and heard, the Raiders and the Arizona Cardinals were kind of fighting over him, and the
Okay.
Raiders he ended up choosing
And
the
where
Raiders. He
did
wants that number 1 pick.
where did the coordinator of the Rams went somewhere? Where did he go?
Yeah, he went to Arizona. That was the last
Okay.
position that was filled. Mike LaFleur, I guess that's Matt LaFleur's brother.
I
He
mean,
was
they
the
run a hell of
OC
an
for the Rams.
offense. I mean,
Yeah.
So, and they're going to have the first pick. So they're going to have a franchise quarterback for him to work with as a rookie. So that should be interesting. And
Well, yeah, the Raiders do with Kubiak. I think Arizona, I think they have a top 10 pick, and they got to decide what they're going to do with Kyler Murray. I heard he might get traded to the Jets. So, but yeah, all the spots have been filled.
the Giants owner was named in the Epstein files.
No
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Not even the
Yeah,
NFL.
Tish. He was named in. It was adult females, but he was named in the Epstein files for doing. You got Giants fans saying they're boycotting the team until he quits or sells his shares of the team.
Oh my
That won't work.
gosh.
All right, dog. We good?
Yeah, Preacher 0311 said again for $20. Thanks, brother. Dude, what happened to the game? What happened to the Ray Lewis people? If you want to play the game. Let them all take steroids. It's like signing up for the military. No shit, you might go to war. Yeah, I mean, we've said that about sports, like professional wrestlers, like WWE. I want them on coke and on steroids. That's a tanned up, fucking cutting promos, dying at 44 years old, wrestling until they're 43 years old. Like I want, but at the end of the day, I really think that the fucking concussion and the head trauma for every sport is what really they're trying to get away from, because that's fucking people up left and
Yeah,
right.
that's what happened with football. Those guys are hitting, fucking murdering each other, man.
Yeah, but if you said, like, they know that you think they would trade, hey, you're going to lose your mind at 45 years old or die of a brain injury, but you'll get 2 seasons on in pro football. They're going to pick 2 seasons.
The old guys did it that way. You got the new guy generated like Luke Kuechly. He got in and out. Kuechly got a bunch of head injuries. He was the rookie of the year. He's defensive player of the year. He went to Boston College, played for Carolina, was like the best linebacker in football. He had that like second head injury, and he was like, I'm done. Like 9-10 Megatron. Got out. Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders. Like guys have gotten out in the good part of their career where they go, I'm done. But no, most guys just want to make that money. So, but I think the NFL has a responsibility to protect the players. You can't, unfortunately, I would love to see it too, but at some point, like
the NFL has a responsibility other than paying them millions of dollars.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
you
you
might
can't-
fucking,
where do you put these
you're
guys?
going to fucking destroy your brain. But
Yeah,
we're
so many guys
kill
kill themselves. I mean, Junior Seau kill himself. Like these guys are killing themselves from CTE and they're doing just dumb shit. So they, it's like,
that's football, baby.
But are you responsible? Okay, and then he puts him in your neighborhood and he's got CTE and he fucking drives through your front door.
I wouldn't be living in a NFL player's neighborhood.
Yeah, some of these guys don't make money when they're done. They lose all their money.
Hey, Chris Benoit too, man.
Yeah,
Chris Benoit.
Canadian crippler.
Yeah.
That's a crazy story, man.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, K9, tonight, Counterculture Inc. Sports, 7 p.m. on the Counterculture Inc. YouTube. Check them out. What's the topic of tonight?
We're going to be giving our grades on the coaching hire. So we've had 10 NFL teams fire and hire new coaches. We're going to give our grades on that. And then we're going to break down the Super Bowl. We're going to be picking what Gatorade color is going to be splashed. We're going to give you some good fun bets. And we're going to break down the Super Bowl. And that'll probably take up most of the show, honestly. Good hour.
All right. All right, brother. I'll see you then. I'll be watching.
You like my new
Yeah, bro. Hand tattoos, bro.
Hey,
Lewis.
it's hard to see right now because it's still healing, but I don't know. I'm not a movie guy, dude. But if you've never seen this movie, you got to see it, Tyler. It's called The Place Beyond the Pines.
No, I've
Okay.
never seen it.
It's got Ryan Gosling in it, Bradley Cooper. It's actually a cop movie too. So y'all will fucks with it. But it's good, man. It's life-changing. It's probably my favorite movie of all time, but Ryan Gosling's got a Bible on his hand, and I'm like, I want to be on some Ryan Gosling type shit. I'm single now, trying to get some hoes.
I'm just going to, now, you know what that is? That's the fucking notebook on your hand, bro. Nice notebook tattoo right on your hand.
I wish it was. Maybe I'll get more pussy. Shit.
All right, I'll see you tonight.
Mish Man said he's heading down to the area around the 14th. Can I come to the studio?
Absolutely, bro.
Drop us a DM.
Yeah.
If you wanted to get answered, DM Copville G.
I answer
You
all the
want to
time.
be ignored.
Hey, did you ever fucking pump out that ICE agent that was talking shit?
No,
No,
not yet.
Not yet.
He was an ICE agent, was he?
I'm assuming he was.
No. Oh, no.
The guy that DM'd us.
I had two of them. I had another guy talking shit about me in one of the police posts.
All right. So real quick, a couple more things. Army. We'll talk about that when we bring Jimmy back in. We'll talk about the merch. We got some real. The most important thing of the day is what Mike's gonna cover where we lost.
Yeah. You want to pull up the number 4 first. On the let me make it big. This is on the third. We're in that season where cops are all of a sudden we're losing cops really bad again. This is Deputy Sheriff Derek Bonham. He was shot and killed responding to a shots fired call on the 30th. The crazy part here is it was a female shooter, which you don't see a lot. This is the Army veteran, only 2 years on. He's got wife and 3 children. So we talk a lot about ICE and about cops and the tactics and everything that goes on, but I still, at the end of the day, jokes, memes, all that, these guys are heroes. They put on a uniform. They go do a miserable job. When they give the ultimate sacrifice, they deserve to be recognized. So this is, like I said, Deputy Sheriff Derek Bonham, Weakley County up in Tennessee, lost his life on the 30th. And then yesterday, go ahead and pull that one down, Lewis. Yesterday, pull up number 3, the one right, number 5. This one's real tragic. This is Officer Pradeep Tamang. He was shot and killed responding to a fraud. Now, again, interesting, a fraud call.
Yeah.
How many times
you thing as a routine?
And what
call.
I'm getting, I have a lot of friends up here. I've been his partner was also shot. David Reed. He was shot in the face and neck. The bullet was removed. He's going to survive. It looks like he's doing well in the hospital. He returned fire and struck the suspect. This poor kid graduated the academy in May.
Okay.
He's 25 years old and he's dead. Sounds like they responded to a fraud call and they were invited into the room for the suspect. And the sad part about this one is the gang that the suspect in, the suspect is a black male. The gang that this guy is in is already like bragging and posting pictures on social media. We got one. I have a real good friend that's in the agency up there that's been giving me updates on, like I said, I got the update on Reed. So I posted on my story. If you guys check that out, I'll post it again today. There's donations available for these guys, but we joke, we critique cops. You can pull it down, Lewis. We critique cops. We joke. We have the dark humor and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I 1,000% to my core support law enforcement, the job that they do. They make this sacrifice, their families. I know I harp on, the jokes about the wives, making it their identity. There's all times to laugh. But when you have 25-year-old kids that are getting killed a year out of the academy outside of Atlanta, suspect's rap sheet is a mile long. He was out on bond for violent crimes. The reoccurring issue is we're soft on criminals and we're soft on people.
Here's what would have happened 15, 20 years ago. You told me that really fucking jerked me to the core was the fact that they're openly mocking the fact that they killed one of us. We would have every crime suppression team in that area in Georgia fucking kicking in any fucking door and arresting anybody out there. That's when it used to be. When we lost one, we would show up, and anybody talking like that is going to catch charges for what. And you can call that corrupt, you can call it whatever, but you're going for the crack pipe. You're going for this. You're going for that.
Do it legally, but
yeah.
And they are. I talked. The guy that works there is giving me the updates, and I got a picture of Reed last night, the other officer in the hospital with his thumbs up, survived. He's got his eyes damaged, his throat, but they're going to go after them. And that's where I take all the debates and all the stuff to Dom and all that. I put all that aside and I go, at the end of the day, these guys don't deserve to die. They're doing the job. 99.9% of the cops are out there doing the job for the right reason. There are the bad people. We all know that. Same as with society, but
I'd bet there's less bad cops than there are in any other profession.
Yes. I would
there's more bad doctors per capita.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's,
more bad lawyers, more bad judges, more bbad politicians. Yeah. I don't even do the whole 99.9% of all cops are good, because you know what? That fucking that 0.01%, now we leave open to demonize any cop that we want to. So it's like, well, when people want to go out there and be like, oh, I saw the fit responder guy that you're not too fond of. He went in there and said, do we have to demonize a whole agency? I mean, 1 or 2 bad ICE agents. And I'm like, you don't even know what the fuck was going on. You can't tell. I know, because we joke a lot. You don't know if we're pro ICE, we're pro not. I can't speak for Mike. I'm pro law enforcement. They're told to go out there. They're thrown into a fucking shitstorm and told to do. They were told to do this. Fuck up anybody that touches you. It's a war zone out there.
Yeah.
So when we got cops on social media with big accounts going, one or two ICE guys made mistakes. You weren't there, dude. You don't fucking know that. And you know what? At the end of the day, a negligent discharge due to bad training on ICE's part to train him to handle a suspect's weapon in a heated moment. I don't really fucking want that dude on the chopping block. Sure, it's his fault. Not taken away from it. It is his fault that happened. But there's more to blame. I'm not just going to oust that cop and put all the blame on him. ICE is to blame. Politicians are to blame. Minneapolis rioters, agitators, everybody's to blame. Ultimately, yes, he was the one that did it. But there's more people to blame. And that 0.01% allows us to lump anybody that we don't want to take accountability for in our career and our fucking profession and our politicians, and we lump them in there. And that pisses me off.
And for the sake of argument, that's why I like Dom's show, and even you and I going at it, liberal Mike versus, if we just sat here and all agreed, it would be boring. There has to be an alternate. So I try to give the alternate view and play the, oh, look at him beating that guy. You're right. How many thousands and thousands and thousands of ICE contacts has there been since they started rounding people up? And you see 2 incidents now. Are they great? No. Are we able to debate them? Yes. Is there tactical problems? Yes. But it goes out when you go to law enforcement. How many hundreds of thousands of law enforcement contacts are there a day that end just fine? There's no problem. Nobody get so. But what do we as society? We're all guilty of it. It's entertainment. We're here. If there was no police shootings, we're police guys. There was no controversy. We'd sit here like, hey man, the Sprite's really good. Like, what do you want to talk about today?
Yeah.
Like we have nothing to talk about. So yeah, I wouldn't say guilty, but we do report the worst things. That's news. We're all guilty of it. But it's entertainment too. We're here to entertain. At the end of the day, I support ICE as well. I know that they're doing a tough job. I'm not going to dive over the edge into the politics and all the things that could be going on. I'm going to go at face value. We have to support law enforcement. We have to support our cops. They need to be professional. They need to be trained. We shouldn't see corrupt, crooked, intentional acts that harm citizens. I agree. But I support cops. I keep up with the conversations in the DMs. You're going to always highlight the bad thing we see, just like people. We see a criminal, maybe he gets drug charges 3 times. What do cops say? There's a piece of shit. He's a drug addict. For the majority of his life, he's probably a decent dude. He just has a drug problem. We see him at his worst, and we think he's a piece of shit by nature. It's the same thing people do to cops. One of us does something wrong, we're all bad. So it's entertainment, but I support law enforcement. I support these guys and their family that are out there getting killed in line of duty that didn't deserve it. And the rest of this stuff we do for entertainment. That's what it is. But that's my stance on ICE and everything. I love cops and I love supporting them.
Ted Mayoni, regular guy. Mike isn't lying. He answers all the messages. He has been keeping up with me a while as I go through the police process. Appreciate you, man.
You're very welcome, man. Anytime.
Preacher with $50, man. This guy is fucking coming in hot. What do y'all think about Marines doing Leo? For me, I told myself, my boys, fuck no. It's a different mindset, and I'd find myself in jail real quick. That's why I'm going to Ukraine. I know my place. What's your opinions on veterans going to Leo? So I've said this a lot. A lot of
cover both of those. You want to bring Jimmy back in and cover both of those?
Bring it, Jimmy.
The first Marine Army question.
Yep.
And we'll cover both of these at once and wrap it up.
So my opinion is, I remember when about 10 years ago, police agencies were taking a lot of credibility, or what they were saying, like, hey, we're bringing on veterans. We've hired 20 veterans, this class is 80% veterans. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. First off, I love it. But providing veterans jobs might not be, because it is a different mindset. A war, an Iraq, Afghanistan war, dude, has to trust me. I was that. I went to Baghdad when I became a cop. It is you have to, the only thing that transfers over is discipline and uniform. Chain of command's different. Dude, fucking police agencies are the most corrupt fucking dude. My fucking sergeants all the way up to E7 would have beat my fucking ass in front of everybody. That's a military thing. You can't, yes, they will put paper on you for sure, but they will also lead by example. Police chain of command, fucking forget it. All they do is suck dick and kiss ass, dude. Amen. So the chain of command's not even the same. It is uniformity and discipline are about the only two things that and maybe marksmanship.
And I'm gonna Wednesday, I'm going to drop an episode. I already sent you the thumbnail. Is the job dead? Because we have an ongoing beef with some. I do. And I'm going to explain exactly what you said. To me, that's what makes the job dead, is the fact that our chain of command and our leaders don't have the right mindset. So I'll leave that one to Wednesday if you want to see me break that down. But you are correct. I would rather take a military guy that I've said this all along. Like Peach is a good example. Our guy Peach, on the guys in the ground. He's a high-strung dude. He is wired. I would rather constantly pull the reins on him.
He's a Marine.
Yeah. I would rather constantly pull the reins on him. And it takes a leader, and I'm not giving myself in. I'm not.
No, but you were a sergeant.
It takes a leader that has the same brain. I'm just a one step down from him. I'm just as nuts up here. I'm a one step down where I can see a little bit of the bigger picture versus crash the bad guy. Yeah, we're going to crash a bad guy, but we're not going to go through this neighborhood where there's kids playing basketball and do it. We're going to move it. We're going to let that one go. It takes a little bit. I would rather have 100 of him that I have to pull the reins on a little bit than 100 dudes going, "Hey man, I'm just gonna sit here like Tyler in the parking lot. I'm not gonna do anything." I'm joking, but I would rather have more of them and pull them back. So that's where the military, to me, is a good thing. Is like, I know these guys have some knowledge of structure, rank structure. They take orders. They listen. They understand that sometimes you're gonna be told to go guard a tree for no reason, and you're gonna have to go guard that tree. And I would rather have more of them. We have completely pussified the job. We have completely let college kids in 30 by 30, the initiative, we want 30% women by 2030 just to have a cool number. DEI, we've allowed all those things, and that's what I'm going to cover Wednesday, to collude the fact that we need real hard-charging dudes out there doing the job. It's not pretty. You're going to die. You could die at 25 years old. You could be on you're like the female I lost in my agency in her last year where she can retire and she gets killed. Like, that can happen. I need people who understand that can happen and are still willing to go to war every day, but do it the right way. And that's where leadership and structure, I'd rather have military guys.
Yep. So Preacher also asked earlier in the episode, why we all joined the Army rather than the Marines. So I'll kick it off. This beautiful tattoo I have going on my neck right now actually started when I was 18 years old. On my 18th birthday, I got a tribal, and it ran up my neck right about here. That being said, you couldn't see it in a collared shirt, so I was like, okay, I'm good. Well, the Marine Corps did their tattoo policy in 2007 based off of PT. So it stuck out of the PT. Marine recruiter said, "There's nothing I can do for you, son." However, the Army was offering a $20,000 quick ship bonus if you were willing to ship to basic training in 30 days. That was during Bush's surge, and a $9,000 infantry bonus. So I got $29,000 just jumping on with the Army. That was a no-brainer.
I started with the Marines, and I have a GED. Yeah, I started a Marine recruiter.
Oh, really?
And I had a GED because I'm a moron. I dropped out of high school. I'm the dumbest one in the crew. And they only had so many waivers a month. So I definitely wanted to join the Marines. That was what I saw. I saw the uniform. I saw all that. I was like, this is what I want to do. They were like, yeah, you're going to have to wait. We might have a waiver. And the Army recruiter swooped in, took me down to eat Mexican or Cuban food in Miami. Last name was Gonzalez. Great dude. He's still a realtor in town. He swooped in. He's like, hey, dude, come eat this food with me down here. That same day, he took me right into MEPS. I did the whole thing, and I watched that stupid fucking infantry video we talk about. I saw the dudes jumping out of airplanes. I was like, there it is right there. And I signed up, left 3 weeks after I signed up.
Yeah.
So that was why I joined the Army.
Jimothy, what's your reason for joining the Army over the Marines?
Well, my dad was in the Army. I had grown up at Fort Bragg, and I actually wanted to join the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps was the one that sent me to MEPS in Tampa. I did the ASVAB for the Marine Corps. I got a 71 on my ASVAB, and I got a 121 GT score. And I wanted to be in the infantry. That's what I wanted to do. And they were like, no, you're not going to be in the infantry. Like, we can't guarantee you any job, but you're not going to be in the infantry. And I was like, well, that's what I want to do. And remember, it's May 2001. Like, there wasn't, the Marine Corps wasn't taking nobody at that point. I was like, oh, okay. So I walk out of the Marine Corps office. I'm a little bit dejected.
Oh, so the Marines wanted to use you for what they wanted to use you for. Like, you're better off. Yeah, you could do something better for us than the infantry.
Right. And
they got guys like Mike over here.
Yeah.
Your infantry, son. 0311.
Yeah. So I came out of their office. I was looking a little sad, and there was an Army E7 infantryman. Yeah, EIB. And he's like, what's wrong, buddy? I'm like, I really wanted to be in the infantry, and the Marine Corps won't let me. And he's like, you want to be in the infantry? He's like, I'll give you a Ranger contract. I'll give you a Ranger contract right now. Like,
Yeah.
Come inside. And
Yeah, dude, that kind of like that's motivating.
I want.
Like,
Here's what
I can give you. You want a Ranger cut? Let's go. Dude.
I want a video.
You ain't gonna make it, but let's go.
I want to get Clint and Jimmy together, and I want Clint to recruit Jimmy to the infantry.
Oh my god. Oh, a phone call.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's what we're doing Thursday. We're gonna get Clint to call in as
Jimmy's recruiter.
as a recruiter, and he wants to talk to a young man named Jimmy.
Yes. That's going to happen Thursday.
oh
I
God.
wanna hear what you
I'm going to
request.
work on that one.
You got to go back to your 18-year-old brain and what you would ask Clint, the recruiter, and I cannot wait for Clint's answers.
I'm already doing it in my head, like, because I remember exactly my mindset. I was 17 years old. I wanted to get the fuck out of Florida. I was never coming back. And yeah, like, so I've already got some bangers to drop on him, because he's going to be reacting to the stuff that I say. Like, what?
Yeah.
All right, real quick. We had I finally got some merch ordered to me. So I wanted to show you guys these shirts do exist. Counterculture Inc. threads is obviously something that we do in-house. I have merch on hand, but the anti-hero merch is a different, well, not organization, but a whole different thing.
Yeah.
We have somebody do it for us. Dude, distractionary blows. Look how good this shirt came out. That is perfection on a shirt. We've got, I can't wait to wear these. This is probably Heather's because it's tiny. The allegedly shirt. Thanks to Rob O'Neill. I can't wait to wear this one either. Unfortunately, Heather did not want one of these, but this is the Tyler and All shirt. You make a design, we'll put it on. We got hoodies too, bro. We got hoodies, dude. This is Forever an Anti-Hero. They got that on a shirt too, but this is kind of like a way. This was before we came up with this before we had the 99%. So we just wanted something to be able to everybody better wear. So we'll have the 99% one up. We got some For the Boys ones up. They're new, so I don't have those, but go to the antiherobroadcast.com and go over to the shop part, right? Shop is what it's called.
Yep.
You can get all the merch there and probably get it quicker than me and Mike can even get our own stuff to you.
Yes.
So that's it.
Dude,
Sounds like the kids are in the bathroom.
Hey, dude, do you hear do you see the chat? Everybody's like Discord.
No, Discord is.
That's what they're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do the counterculture gaming on.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be the Counterculture Network. There's gonna be Counterculture Gaming. There's gonna be Anti-Hero. There's gonna be everything in there.
Yeah, we're gonna open up for everybody Anti-Hero for everybody that wants to play. I don't play video games, but there's been a lot of requests to be able to game together. So we're gonna come up with Counterculture Inc. Gaming, just like there's Counterculture Inc. Sports, just like there's Counterculture Inc. Threads. Gaming's gonna be one of them. Jimmy and Tessa, Heather's co-host, Unfiltered Unfazed, is she's a gamer and she's really interested in being a part of that with you. So we'll have a meeting. I know we've got Ian that emailed us. He wants to be a part of it. Haven't even talked to you about that. That happened over the weekend. So everybody will get together. We'll get on the same page and we'll get Counterculture Inc. Gaming up and running.
Two more things before we go. Tomorrow, remember, is only on Patreon Tuesday for the Patreon crew, and Thursday's night shift is only on Counterculture this week. So if you have not subscribed to the Counterculture Inc. YouTube, please do. You will not see us on Anti-Hero this week. We will only be on Counterculture. So go get it done.
All right.
That's it.
All right, guys.
Not
We'll
this
see
week. Just this Tuesday, right?
What?
I think
Tomorrow's
Mike said we won't be. Yeah, it's only Tuesday that we're on.
Patreon. No, tomorrow's Patreon Tuesday.
Yeah.
Thursday night for the rest of humanity. The night shift will only be on Counterculture Inc. It won't
Starting
be on
Thursday.
anymore.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Starting Thursday. So the night shift Thursday night. Remember, you got to go to Counterculture Inc. YouTube and just subscribe so you get notifications when we go live. And then go to any audio platform, look up Counterculture Inc. and subscribe to that. It'll be underneath that audio. We will see you guys tomorrow. Patreon Tuesday, 11 a.m.
JV team for life.